So once principalities have accomplished what the principalities want to do, the next thing that they do is they open the door for powers. So he says principalities and powers. So a principality will open up the door for powers, and powers literally come with the influence to prepare the way for the rulers of darkness. Whenever the powers come into play, they bring about change in the community. So when the church come into a community, the church is supposed to bring about change in the community. And whenever the enemy and the adversary has surveyed a church and know that that church has the supernatural divine ability to attack those principalities and powers and bring about change in a community, he automatically opens up the door for rulers of darkness. And this is the reason why those who are extremely gifted and anointed and called and chosen by God has to be extremely careful. Because when you're not careful in operating in spiritual awareness and understanding the mysteries of the spirit, you can have principalities to come in and you'll begin to deal with a power, or a power that will step in and you'll begin to deal with a principality. And you won't understand that everything is operating in ranking order in order to disengage the church, to cause it to be powerless so that a community and a whole region can be lost. And so whenever you begin to look into the region, you've got to be able to understand and to define what principality or what power is in operation in that community and in that region. Because when you don't understand that, the church will lose its power. It will sit in a community having services that are just encouragement and inspiration when no one has the real supernatural divine ability by the power of God to begin to fight, because they simply do not understand the mysteries behind the madness that is going on in the community. You have to understand that when Paul and Silas, when Paul began to go into the community and he began to walk throughout the community, he was sent to Rome. And while Paul was in Rome, there was a young lady who had a spirit of divination that followed him and the apostles. And she was chanting and yelling, "These men are men of God." What she was saying was the truth, that they were men of God. But they began to become irritated with this antagonizing spirit of divination that ruled in that particular region, because that regional demon, that spirit, that power, that ruler of darkness in that region did not want Rome to come into the enlightenment of who God was. And so she was only doing that to bring attention to them in order to disengage them from the power that they possessed. Her goal was to make sure that their mouth remained quiet. Her goal was to make sure that they did not express the mysteries of God in Rome.